your witch, Yolanda Shoshana, and you are watching Pop Witch, where I talk to you about the latest and greatest in pop culture, one of my favorite topics, all while over a libation. Today's libation is the Negroni, one of my favorite cocktails. It was also Anthony Bourdain's favorite cocktail. May he rest in peace. To get a good Negroni, all you need is 3 ingredients: gin, Campari, shout out to Campari, and vermouth. Equal parts of each in a chilled coupe. I prefer a coupe or a cocktail glass, and you're good to go. That's it. The gin of today, though, is one of my favorite. Blue Coat Gin, made in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you're ever in the city, stop by their distillery. It's in the city, so you can get to it on their subway system, bus system. Beautiful blue bottle, and it's very affordable. It is a dry gin. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I thought today a bitter cocktail would be perfect to talk about the topic of today, which would be Wendy Williams. I feel like I had to get in on this Wendy Williams conversation because there's so much going on, so many conspiracy theories, so much gossip, etc. I love watching to see what people have to say. One woman wrote, "Her breasts are gone. This is so crazy. Something's going on." Maybe they are, because I'm looking for her breasts, when she was on TV in her last episodes. Maybe she has had them removed. Then other people are saying it's her husband, it's this, it's that. Anyway, let's go back a little bit. So last year, the Daily Mail came out with a very lengthy story about Wendy's husband having an affair with a woman he bought a house down the street. Now, Wendy kind of denied it. However, that story was well researched, more than I would have given the Daily Mail credit for. Well researched, lots of information, so there's probably a little truth in that. Then let's get back to toward the end of the year, where we hear, oh my God, the mistress is pregnant, Kevin's moving out, and Wendy's going to divorce him. Then Wendy gets, has a fracture on her arm. Then she needs to take time away. She'll be back next week. Then that gets extended, and here we are today. So basically a lot's been going on. Some women, I've mainly seen women say this, that Wendy deserved this. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, because at the end of the day, Wendy is a gossip journalist. She made her money off of gossip. She made her career off of that, and people enjoyed it. Sometimes she has gone a little bit too far. Part of me thinks that is also because she's trying to stay on top. She's trying to stay edgy. She went after Mariah Carey for far too long. I don't understand why. I do think it's because Mariah would not come on her show. And she loved Jennifer Lopez all of a sudden. Like, she had all the great stuff to say about Jenny from the block. But Jennifer came on, and then her mother came on. So it's just very interesting to see how Wendy operates. And then something weird happened with her between Charlemagne, the god. So I do think there's some karmic stuff going on with Wendy that's not so good. I do think the main thing, though, is that husband of hers. Now, who will pop up for Wendy's show next week? It remains to be seen, because there's going to be different guests. I will say, I walked past Jerry O'Connell on Saturday, so I know he is in New York. I was downtown to go to a play, and I walked right past him. As you know, his parents live in New York City. So part of me thinks he might pop up this week, but then again, I was wondering how come he didn't substitute for Wendy last time. I'm thinking Wendy's a little petty every once in a while. Maybe Jerry was too good. We loved Jerry. People even said that. She might be scared that Jerry would come along and just take her place. Don't think that Jerry wants to do gossip for the rest of his life, though, so I can't see him saying yes to something like that. As adorable and amazing as he is, I think he has other things he'd like to do. So Wendy, you ain't got to worry about that. I will say, from my psychic point of view in terms of what's going on with Wendy and everything, I'm not so sure we're going to see her on her show again. Right now, the sources say she's not coming back. If she does come back, we might get her for a year at best. That's what I'm getting. She needs to kick that husband to the curb. I'm not sure she's actually going to do it. Part of me sees fear. The rumors, allegedly, her husband beats her. Wendy always talked about having fuck you money, and I was always worried whether or not she had that because let's not forget, Kevin is her manager, so he probably knows how much she has. He has allegedly been beating her and talking down to her for years. Who knows if it's true, but something is weird in the dynamics of that relationship. So, Wendy, she can do better than that. All women can do better than that. There's no reason to stay in an abusive relationship just for show. I do think, though, she is ill and she's not feeling well. She was recently spotted, I believe, in the car, and they say she looked frail. How do you know if Wendy Williams looks frail? She weighs 2 pounds as it is, and she's always wearing a wig. She hasn't looked really good in the past year. So I don't know what frail means. If she looks worse than she has, then she really needs to take time off and get it together. She needs to eat, and she needs to not worry about this mistress, and she needs to get rid of this man, and then do her best to get healthy to come back. However, once again, I'm not so sure that's going to happen. You know, the gossip world has changed a lot. We've seen people like Perez Hilton leave. We've seen other people turn away from it. Nicole Bitchie, she is now doing something a little more healthy. So, do we need all this gossip? Do we need it the same? I don't know. Maybe Wendy can come back in a revamped way and not be so hard on people. Because it does do something to your spirit when you're taking people down. However, it's entertaining as hell. And it's also kind of fun. I wish her the best. And we're never going to know the full story until Wendy herself decides to tell us. Maybe her breasts are gone. She's had a lot of work done. The last few years, I think too much has been happening, and she needs to cut that out because after a while, the body can only take so much. She doesn't need it. She should just come back, get rid of stuff that's causing her body harm, and that includes her man. Come back happy, come back revamped. Maybe not be so mean to people and see what it gets her. And then she'll probably have more light coming into her life. So we'll see. We'll be watching. And until next time, peace, love, and blessed be.